What's up, guys? It's Condra Murphy here. We're here on ChangeTheNarrative.Podcast. Today we have
Bradley McManus, I'm right here. I'm a Marine.
Yeah, I'm Ducati. I'm an artist from Chicago.
he's one of the hardest up-and-coming rappers out of Chicago right now. All of his music and social media profiles are going to be linked down below in the description. So let's go ahead and get into this. All right. So my biggest thing. All right. Listen, I listened to that song, and one of the biggest lines that stood out to me was the one about taking the baddest bitch to Dubai.
Oh yeah.
Straight up. Well, what made you come up with that?
I ain't gonna lie. I freestyled that whole song. Like I was in the studio, and it was like I don't know. I think I was on Instagram and I was looking at Dubai, like cribs in Dubai, and I'm like, man, I'm gonna say this in the song. I gotta put this in the song, and I just ended up putting it on there. And then everybody in the studio said the same thing, like, man, that part right there, man, I like them.
Dude, that was definitely for me. That was the one I listened to, and I was like, dude, we gotta get this guy on the podcast. What you think about it, Bradley? You listened to the song earlier with me.
Yeah, I mean, that line was hard, dude. I've always wanted to take a bitch to Dubai, especially after hearing that. Like, It's such a cool place, all the views. Like, I don't know.
God, dude, it was crazy for real. I personally, so I freestyle from time to time. So, and you can ask Bradley. I make him listen from time to time, but
Yeah,
it's just like I can never put an NBA, like, you know how like Drake and all that, they put like NBA player names in songs, or they put it, they shout out a city, dude. It's just like, it's so hard for me to come up with that.
Right.
So
I ain't gonna lie.
My bad, you can go.
Now you go ahead, you two, ask the question.
All right, so look, so let's say you're a young kid, right? Let's say you're not you and you haven't gotten into music yet. What would be your biggest piece of advice to offer an up-and-coming artist, someone who just likes to write and he wants to get a song out there?
I ain't gonna lie, you gotta stay consistent every day. Like when I first started out, every day I sat in a room with no TV. I sat in there and listened to beats all day. My family thought I was going crazy. They like, man, what's wrong with you? Like, bro, you gotta play the game. You gotta talk to your girlfriend. Something like I just chose to do that. Like, if I want work, and I stay home and just freestyle. Like, so I would tell them, like, just freestyle, perfect your craft. Like, know what you want to say before you know what I'm saying? Because any given day, like today, somebody just called me to to a YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Bust a freestyle here, bust a free. You never know when somebody asks you. So I would say, like, yeah, just keep being consistent with the freestyle and working on your craft. That's what you want to do.
Honestly, man, like, I love freestyle. Like, it's one of my best creative outlets. So is that how you originally got into rapping before you put a song out? Like, you just started freestyling around with the homies, or what?
Yeah, I would say that, yeah, like, because I came to the studio, I went to the studio, and I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of nervous to, do music, because I said I had that accident with the stroke and everything. I'm like, my voice probably won't sound right. So it was just, I was there, like, and I heard the beat, I'm like, all right, okay. And then I just had a tune on my head, so I'm like, I'm finna put it on there. And I just started flowing with it. And it was actually like a one take, and they like, man, you did it. He like, you want to go back and do it again? At first, I'm like, no, but then I had to really, as I went back, I'm not going to lie, I changed a few things in the song. That's nothing about freestyling. But it's a freestyle, though, so yeah.
Yeah, I like it, man. It kind of, like, when you told me you used to sit in a room without a TV or anything, it kind of made me think about Kanye recording Donda in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Oh, yeah.
I like that work ethic, man. You got to dream, and you got to find a way to make it happen at all costs.
For sure.
Riley, what you think about it?
about what?
About
like working hard?
Working hard? I mean, you're a Marine, so you know what hard work's like.
Well, I mean, yeah, we put in work every day, whether it's like physically, mentally. I mean, at the end of the day, you have to at least do one thing to better yourself, in my opinion. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? If you don't, then you're just going backwards.
That's something you want to avoid.
Mm-hmm.
So I got another question for you, Cotty. Yeah. All right, so hear me out. You got any kind of new music coming out soon?
Yeah, I'm I was just on the phone with my video, man. I got a lot of music. I'm about to shoot 2 more videos real soon.
Do you have those songs out already, or without the just the official audios?
Yeah, just I ain't really, you know what? Since you know, man, you you my brother, man. So when we get off here, I'll send you something like that's unreleased though. But they unreleased though. Like I just really recorded them not so long ago. I'll send you something to listen to. But yeah, they unreleased.
That's a bet, man. Ain't nothing like, dude. Like I'm being honest, like even Juice World and all that. Like their unreleased songs be hitting so much harder than what they have released. I'm really looking forward to it. I want to see what kind of bars
they always hit harder.
I'm not gonna lie, when y'all hear this, y'all gonna be like, man, you should have recorded this. But once y'all hear, y'all be like, oh, I see why you read it. Just like the scenery of the song. Like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, this might be my breakout song. If I record it right and if I do it the right way, I think it, because every time I let somebody hear it or like somebody in the family, they be like, man, record this, man. This the radio, like this the song on the radio right here. So when I do that, I really want to take my time with it.
All right, so do you know your songs pretty well, like the ones you ain't got released?
I would, let me see. Yeah, about 2 or 3 I would say. Cause like I say, most of the time I be in there like, all right, come on, cut the beat on, let's go.
All right, so I got a question. Out of the songs you got written down that you're about to shoot a music video for, what is your top line in all of it? Like what's your favorite thing? Like whenever it hits that part of the song, it's just like, dang, I murdered that.
I'm not gonna lie. It's the song I'm gonna sing you. It's like a love song, and it's like in the middle of the song, it's like it kind of dropped, and I kind of, you know what I'm saying. I had went back in time and put some little R. Kelly in there. I had the little slow whammy, and I'm singing on that. So, you know what I'm saying. I hit the slow whammy, and when you hear, oh yeah, I see why you read it.
I gotta, like, whenever I freestyle, it's a lot of heartbreak stuff, and I'm always thinking about this one girl. That's besides the point.
You stay heartbroken, bro. You stay heartbroken.
That's everybody, though. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, what else, bro? This world ain't too good. There ain't too many good females left. But you said that your family was telling you to text or talk to your girlfriend or something when you were staying in your room just freestyling all the time. So I gotta know, like, is she still the one?
No, I lost touch with her really because they're like us being like, I knew like I want to do this, like I gotta do this, and if she was like, and it came to a point where like, well, you texting me, well, you cheating because you ain't, but it was really me just really driving myself crazy. Like I'm not finna go work all the rest of my life. I was actually playing basketball in high school. I had a full-ride scholarship to play in college, but I ended up like I got there. I just fell out of love with it. I didn't go. And I'm like, I'm not finna go work for the rest of my life. So I'm like, yeah, I'm finna go full force rapping. And to like, I knew what it was gonna take for me to go full force rapping. I had to sit there and really focus and cut out everything else. Like I said, I cut out my family, girlfriend, whatever it was at the time that was gonna take me away from them beats. And when I was trying to get out, I wasn't doing it.
So I got a question then, okay? Because like I'm not gonna lie, heartbreak music is my favorite music to listen to. There's just so much real and passion behind it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so, has there been any girl that you dated and you loved and things just fell off that at some point you're gonna drop a song about?
Those songs are the best songs. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I ain't gonna, and it's crazy. I haven't even talked to my girlfriend about that yet, but I know she probably be like, yeah, you go, yeah, I'm mad no more. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. You ain't gonna lie. You be in my head sometimes, brother. I ain't gonna lie, because I was just thinking of it, like, damn, should I try to go record this song? Should I record it? I don't know. She probably gonna think I'm still, you know what I'm saying? I'm still worried about
it, man. Yeah. Well, I'm hoping she doesn't watch this podcast for that reason.
Man, she probably do, man. You know how they be.
Oh gosh, man. It's gonna be good for real. I'm really looking forward to your music. Like for me, whenever I found you, like we had a mutual friend, Michi. That's how I found you. I've been playing 2K with him for a while. So whenever I see he shot your video, or he had something to do with it, I don't know about how much. But I think what separated your music from me, from most of the industry rap, and this is like the whole reason I started the podcast and rebranded it to Change the Narrative, is because I feel like industry rap is it's cliche now, you know? Like it was different when Biggie and Tupac was rapping about gangbanging and cocaine and hookers, you know? Now we got people who grew up going to private schools rapping about it.
Man.
What you think about the industry though? Like overall, what you think?
Overall, I'm not gonna lie, like I know people like, I got some people like this in my family like that have been there. You know what I'm saying? Like that, been near the industry. So I know like when you get up there, it's even worse. So I know like I think it's a big game. Like I'm gonna do this real quick to get some money. Like I don't think nobody really, you know how back in the day you got like KRS-One, you got, you know what I'm saying, LL Cool J, like they have battled each other for real. Like nowadays, this is like who gonna give me the most money for saying ABC 1 2 3? That's how I feel like the game is now. Like ain't nobody really doing it to be in a passion with it.
That's my biggest problem. Like if I'm being honest, the only industry rapper, quote unquote, that I listen to consistently is J. Cole.
Yeah. I still listen to Forest Hill Drive to this day. I ain't gonna lie. That's my shit.
Who is it?
J. Cole, the Forest Hill Drive.
Oh yeah, I thought you said Forest, or I thought you said 40 Hills something, dude. I was like, what?
No.
I never heard of that. All right, so who's your favorite rapper in the game right now? It be anybody, low key, not low key.
Favorite rapper in the game right now. It had to be Dirk right now, because I ain't even been saying this to be biased because I'm from Chicago, but I'm not, like, I ain't gonna lie, like he putting on for Chicago and his lyricism right now, like and I'm seeing this shit firsthand, like with like being in Chicago, like seeing, like, I ain't gonna lie, my favorite artist right now would be Lil Durk right now.
What rappers are like the most inspirational to you?
Most inspirational?
Yeah.
Oh man, we have to go back to the 90s with that one. I'd say Big L. And then I give it up to it's Big L. And then first and foremost, I say Dave East, because I won't even lie. Like he an inspiration to me, like as of now, and like what I'm going through right now. Dave East.
Who is it?
Dave East.
I don't think I've ever heard of him.
Dave East from New York. You ain't heard of Dave East?
No, man. I've been trying to get myself more culture here lately. I made a playlist. It's got 550 songs, and probably about 400 of them are underground. There's just so many underground artists out there and people that ain't making millions off their music yet. It's hard to find everybody and get to everybody, you know?
Right. That's the best playlist to have though, like the up and coming, the up and coming artists. Cause it was like what Lil Yachty was saying. A lot of people that's big in the industry, they be going to listen to like underground. You know what I'm saying? But they'll never say it, but they be listening.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I think that's what you got to do, especially because like Drake, for example, you know, and CJ. You remember CJ? He made the Bop song or whatever.
CJ.
Yeah, there was another rapper who it was like TikTok famous is the only reason I knew it. But there was another rapper who commented back at him. He was like, man, I'm tired of you stealing my flow and my words. And then if you go and play their song side by side, the one he was talking about is almost identical, man. It is almost identical.
Yeah, you know, Penn, what's my guy name? I listen to him a lot too. PNB Rock.
Dude. Don't even get me started on some PNB Rock. You know the song Rewind?
Yeah.
Dude, I was bumping that for a solid month at least. Bradley, we got to get you more cultured in the rap game, man.
Yeah, I don't listen to a lot of rap. Like, I don't know how much music I listen to in general.
That's good though, man.
When I listen to it, I'm just down in the fields. I don't know.
Hey, whenever. So he's up in Texas right now. So
I'm coming up.
What part?
What's that? Texas,
Houston. I'm like 4 hours away from there.
Oh, yeah,
I'm out in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, that's my party then. I don't like too many. I don't like being around. I don't really like living in the city. Right now, I'm far out from Chicago right now. I'm like far out suburbs. Like,
yeah,
I be in the city. Like, I don't really do too much in the city. Too much be going on.
For sure.
Are you moving out to Texas, or are you going there for something else?
I'm moving out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, really? So then you're gonna put on for Houston, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I'm about to go put on for Houston.
That's dope.
Yes.
I got another question for you. Okay, where do you see yourself in 5 years from now as an artist?
5 years from now as an artist, my confidence, I'm not gonna lie, my confidence has, so I'm gonna tell y'all, like, I'm gonna give y'all the raw, because this is my first interview, so y'all gonna get the raw. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I see myself acting too, I ain't gonna lie. I'm trying to get on one of them power TV shows, you know what I'm saying? But as far as the music industry, I see myself like not established, but almost there. Like,
Almost there.
Almost there. Like, I know I'm gonna have money, but I ain't really chasing after money right now. I'm trying to, like I said, like, I love music. So eventually I want to start acting and start AR, you know what I'm saying? Or get my own rap label.
Oh, for sure. It'd be like some 50 Cent kind of stuff, man.
Yeah. Follow it in
Be a man of many trades. So here's the thing. The other day I posted on my Snapchat, I said 10,000 subs in a month from today. I think that was like 6 days ago. And we've been waiting on you to record your episode. No offense. Like, I don't really care. We got some big lines up next week. And so I'm big into like putting a number on it, you know? So 5 years from now, how many subs you want on YouTube?
Songs?
Yeah.
I'm gonna just be honest. I do want to be in at least the 100,000 range.
I can mess with that for real. I can get behind that. Honestly, as soon as people start hearing your voice, I don't think it's gonna be a problem from there on out. It's just gonna be word of mouth. Right.
I got I'm not gonna lie, like, I got a lot of music in my head that I just need to record, and I know there's gonna be a lot of music like I'm gonna just be putting out on the side, like, you know what I'm saying, like no visual, just audio. I'm planning on doing stuff like that because I'm planning on taking like at least within these next 5 years, I'm planning on taking like 1 year and at least like paying somebody to at least stay in their studio like daily. So like I'm trying to spend most of that year inside of a studio.
Oh, 100%, man. I'm with you there. I know I'm not a rapper, but if I could give one piece of advice, like you and like other up and coming rappers I'm gonna have on here that aren't quite on the official Little Goats levels coming on next week, you got to get that on Spotify, man. 100%. Spotify and Apple Music. You got to find a way, because if I'm being honest personally, I don't be listening to music on YouTube. Like, the only time I'm on YouTube is if I'm watching MMG, you know?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that's me too.
Not too many people got YouTube Music compared to Spotify, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so, look, and also another thing. You said you just freestyled that song. You know who Kaylin Raps is by chance?
Who?
Kaylin Raps.
Nah.
Dang, you probably won't know any of the artists that are coming on soon then. But here's the thing. There's this whole like TV show or a YouTube show called Phantom TV. Look it up whenever you get off of here. Like, dude, they have the most freestyle, like it's just all freestyles. Like people being in cars doing whatever, and they'll just drop a freestyle. The official Little Goat was coming on next week. One of his videos got 28 mil from it, and another one got 4.7.
Damn.
So even if you ain't putting it into a song, you know, it wouldn't hurt to go and put it in a freestyle, record it, post that shit on YouTube, and just see what happens, you know? Because at this point, I just
did that with Michi.
You did that with what?
I just did that with Michi. Like, I'm doing 2 parts to that. I did one little freestyle, and he was like, it's crazy. That video I did for Freestyle Friday, I had like 3 freestyles I had did before that video, but it's just like that one was like the one that stuck, and then I can get out the clips. But it was like, and he was like, "No, man, you should put the other one on there." So I might go back and do another freestyle for him.
Oh, absolutely, man. So like my biggest thing is, and they're not always freestyles up on Phantom TV and some of the things you listen. Like, some people will be looking at their phone, they just don't want to go and record in the whole studio. Because I mean, honestly, like I see it too. Like that's what I did that for a while way back when. I just recorded them songs on my phone. Like someone be recording me. I played a beat on the car real loud, turn that shit up, roll down the window, and make my passenger sit there and listen. You know what I'm saying?
We did it in high school.
Dude, I felt that. It's such a vibe. So another question. So we know where you want to see yourself in 5 years from now. But like, what's another thing that makes you feel connected to the world like your music does, kind of?
Like, I'm not with, like, even with me, like with other people, like I like people's stories, like I like to connect with people. Like You know what I'm saying? Like I find any little thing interesting. Like if I'm somewhere in the studio, or if I'm not even in the studio, if I'm shooting a video, I might see something on the street or see like any little thing. It could be a little video. I get so motivated by it, so interested in it. I feel like me by doing it and talking to anybody, like connected with anything and anybody, I be connected with more people. You know what I'm saying? I get the more
Yeah, you
better
got like
aura.
a wider range.
Yeah.
You know how to talk to different people. I understand that for real. That's pretty dope. I like listening to like mostly like older people that experience more life than me, honestly, you know. I just feel like I used to take what people said with a grain of salt, and looking back, I could have saved myself a lot of trouble and a lot of different things, you know. Plus, you want to be able to know how to speak to, like, say you're going to do a job interview. I want to do a job interview Monday or Tuesday, I don't remember. And it was just an insurance job. There's this old white guy. See, if I didn't talk to like my grandparents or like older people much, bro, I'd have froze up and be like, I don't know what to say to this guy, you know?
Right.
How do you think that affects your music though?
I'm not gonna lie. A person I watch a lot of interviews. Like that's another thing too. If you for up and coming rapper, to chime back in on that question. Another thing I give to a up and coming rapper is find somebody that motivates you and make sure that person ain't out here promoting violence. And when I say promote violence, for me, like you say, how do I do it? Like sometimes I sit there for whole days and I watch nothing but interviews of Jay-Z or P. Diddy, and they talk about like motivation, like how to get to the next level. Like if you want to do this like, you know what I'm saying? Like they giving me the keys to what to do. Like I had to cut out some of my friends, you know what I'm saying? Like distractions, you know what I'm saying, to get to where I'm trying to go. So motivation.
So I got two questions for you. I'm gonna wrap them into one answer for you, not one question. That'd be kind of hard to do. So
okay.
Growing up, who was your idol?
Joel Santana.
Who's that?
From Dipset. Joel Santana.
I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm gonna be honest. I think we were alive during that. I think there's probably a few years in between us, you know?
Yeah, I'm only 20. I'm only 22.
Dang. Oh well, there's still 5 years between us. To be fair.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Joel Santana.
Secondly, what was your like? I was more talking about like personal, like your personal idol, like that you knew directly in your family. Yeah. So that answered my second question, though. That answered my second question. So don't be you good, bro.
Oh, okay. My family. I'd say my grandfather, because just like he worked so hard. Like from I said, he worked so hard all his life. I don't even think he had a elementary diploma. Like I think he left school probably like around 5th grade. He worked so hard to the point now he worked so hard his life. He's still taking care. You know what I'm saying? His daughters, his grandkids. You know what I'm saying? It's to the point where he on his back and paralyzed now, but he's still taking care of the family. So like that right there, like that just gave me an example of being a man. Like and like going through the motions or whatever. Like whatever I go through, I gotta make sure my family and the family taken care of. I'm here or not. You know what I'm saying? So that was like, yeah, he was somebody I still look up to this day.
I got a question. So, growing up, was there one piece of advice he ever gave you that sticks with you to this day? Or one thing he used to tell you, anything? Like, what do you remember most about him? I know he's still alive, but what do you remember most about him?
Oh, man. Looking presentable all the time. And like he'd tell me, like that was one of the things he repeat that every day, because you know as men we gotta look presentable. Make sure your feet, make sure your head to toe, you gotta look presentable. No matter what you're doing, you gotta match the description of what you're trying to get. Either a job, whether you're trying to get a female, whether you're trying to get some money, you gotta look good head to toe. And another thing that stuck with me most is he'd tell me like women not supposed to touch bills, touch the garbage. You know what I'm saying? How to be a man.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Stick with me. How to be a man.
That's been my job in the house ever since I was like 6 years old, man. I'm with it.
The garbage. Go right in, go right to the garbage.
Exactly. I don't know. I don't really believe in the whole gender roles either, but I just feel like there's certain things that a man should definitely do, you know? Like not because a woman can't by any means. Right. I just think it's the most respectful thing is us and the way we were raised to be able to provide that for a woman, you know?
Man, I see what you're saying, because it ain't like you say, it's some stuff they shouldn't have to do.
All right, I got another question. I'm full of questions in case you can't tell. Anyways, so I was looking up the other day. I forget who the artist was. I seen him on YouTube, and I actually put a few of his songs on my playlist, but I can't think of the name off the top of my head. Basically, he says starting out when he was a rapper, or whenever he wanted to start getting into rap, he hit up some of his family members. He hit up all of them, like from grandparents, cousins, everything. And he said, give me $100 and I'll make sure you're taken care of for the rest of your life.
Oh, I know who that is.
You know who I'm talking about? Did you see that too?
Yeah, I think, what you talking about? You talking about Lil Baby?
No, it was someone else. I remember Lil Baby doing something like this, but this dude was on the come up. He had like 500K on IG whenever I looked. Anyways, here we are all these years later, and he's smart with his money too. Like, don't get me wrong. There's money in the rap game, but like to make the big dollars, you know, you gotta be having millions of monthly listeners. But he's smart with his money. He invested, and those two family members that gave him the money, they set for the rest of their lives. They ain't never gonna have to work again.
That's why I'm saying, like, it's like and then another thing, when you up and coming, it's so tricky, because you never know. You can make one song and then it'll like pop, boom.
Absolutely.
But it's like what Snoop Dogg said, when you pop, you got that timer, got that time glance. You bubbling, but you going out. So it's just like for the up and coming again, I say it's work ethic. He gotta have some good work ethic to tell them, like, yeah, y'all gonna be good. I'm gonna go do this. It's work ethic, confidence.
Another question that came off of that, you got like, think in your head, who's like, I know you're probably gonna take care of most of your family, the ones who believed in you from the start. But who's the number one person you gotta take care of for you?
Right now, my mama right now. Cause I can't lie. Yeah, my mama, and then it'll have to be my girl next to that. But them two right now, they chimed in with me all the way.
Absolutely, man. So I kind of want to ask this question, but if your girl watches this and it's not the right answer, she might be mad. Is she the one, dude? Is she the one?
Oh yeah, for sure. I ain't gotta duck my head. I call her and tell her, yeah, she the one, homegirl. Yeah, she. I'm not gonna lie, she one of the ones that got me really up on the music for real. Like, I was slacking off, not believing myself not too long ago. Like, I had to say, like, March, I was thinking, like, nah, I'm not gonna do music. I'm just finna quit. She was like, no, do it. That's something you good at, do it. And ever since then, I've been doing it. I've been getting, you know what I'm saying? I've been getting feedback.
Absolutely.
And then my mom.
If you could like get a song with any rapper, who would you want it to be?
Any rapper right now? Davey.
So
why?
I'm not familiar. Okay, you go. My bad.
Why would you want it to be him out of everybody that it could be?
I don't know why, but me and Davies either had identical lives or what, because it's like we both went through the same thing. Like, after high school, we went to college. Kicked ass there, but it was like we didn't fit in there. It wasn't me.
Yeah.
Then got the jobs weren't working for us. And now it's rap. And I'm getting like instant feedback. So when I saw an interview about him, I'm like, yeah. And I loved his music before I even saw the interview about his story. So I'm like, yeah, I'm timing in with that. I'm on that type of time.
So with your music, who's your like target audience?
Oh, I'm not gonna lie, because I see the effect. I seen the effect Von had on like the kids. It got to be the children and the kids, because our generation, we gonna listen to what we want to do, but we got a playlist. We gonna listen to him. Kids, they're repetitive. They like you. They gonna keep listening to your song every day on YouTube.
For sure. What message do you want to get to the kids? Like with your music?
The message I would say to, there's no, like, only friends you got is family. The only way you're gonna make it out is to stay consistent with something you love to do. I wouldn't even say stay in school, because school wasn't even it wasn't the best thing for me. But I say stay consistent to doing something you love, whether that's something you're drawing or making music. Stay consistent at what you do.
All right, I got another question too. So basically, with great power comes great responsibility. You know, Spider-Man said that. Okay, so how do you plan on not necessarily giving back to the community, but how do you plan on impacting the other lives of people like who believed in you and supported you, and even just random strangers? You know, like let's say you big in 5 years, let's say you big in 2 years. You know, what's something you've always wanted to do in order to not make a fan for life, because that's not why we do it. But what's something you want to do to impact someone's life?
My grandma, the neighborhood I'm from, the Inglewood community, she fed the Inglewood community for 30 years plus. She just passed away this September. When I get on, I'm continuing that legacy. Like the homeless, they getting fed no matter what, every day, no matter what time I'm planning on building like heating centers, like so them people can go get some heat. Like I'm planning on the AAU, because I feel like AAU is the reason why a lot of us black men right now is in gangs and trying to rap and, you know what I'm saying, live a life that we really ain't. Because like when I was growing up, it was AAU, citywide. We ain't got that no more. So I'm trying to get that back into play, all types of stuff, new studios, anything I can do to keep these kids. Because the kids, I'm really focused on the kids right now.
All right, so I've dealt with some criminal stuff, right? I'm not gonna get into specifics just in case a job sees this in the future. But like my biggest thing, like if I can save someone some of that hurt that I went through that led me to that point, like that's one of my biggest things, you know? Like I wasn't trapping or nothing, but I was running the streets doing my thing with people who didn't have the same goals in life as me. Like their biggest thing was they just wanted to make money quick and they want to go smoke weed, you know? So what do you I don't know how to phrase this question, but like what would you, besides the AAU, because like honestly I believe in that, you know? I played basketball my whole life growing up, and it probably got me out of a lot of stuff that I should have been in, even though I still chose the wrong path down the road. Like how important is that to you to get one kid to like keep him straight kind of deal, keep him law abiding and make sure he don't have to go through the system?
Mentorship, that's what got me. Like I was wild. I like my childhood, I'd say from the ages of first, like I'd say newborn to the age of like 12 or 13, like I was reckless, doing all types of shit. I just said this, I was just sharing this with people. Like I actually started selling weed like in the second grade. Yeah, the second grade I started selling weed. I was ditching school, going to sell weed. Like money was, the project, that's normal. Like I see how you just reacted, but that's normal kind of way in Chicago. Like, man, second, third grade, you trying to get some money. So like what I would do is like it's mentorship. Like it was one guy that told me, he was my coach. He said, look, you're the best basketball player I've seen in my life. I'm not gonna tell you this and waste your time. He's just there for me all the time. Like mentorship, that's another thing. Like I'm gonna try to focus on.
Hey, before we get any farther, go ahead and shout that coach out right now, man.
Oh yeah, shout out Don Capo, Coach Donnie, man. Coach Donnie, Don Capo. Yeah, he for sure, man. He saved my life. I'll say that for sure. He saved my life.
That's great, man. Honestly, I've had a few people along the way who I cut ties with now. It wasn't anything like looking back, I wish I wouldn't have. But there was definitely a few people in my life that definitely saved it, you know. Well, I probably wouldn't be standing here today if it wasn't. And if I was standing here today, I'd probably be fresh out the pen, you know.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I believe it, man. It's just a little. That's why I say like that's why I mentioned basketball. That was one of the things. It'd have been plenty of times I done came home from basketball games and it'd been, ooh, this did happen. I know if I wasn't at this game, I would have been right there with them, or probably the dude that's in the ambulance.
Absolutely. We
So
my bad. You go, Bradley.
In your mind and like with your goals, what is going to be your definition of like making it in a sense?
I think I believe I made it. Like I said, like I made it. When I got my TV shows, like when I'm solidified on my like in acting in my TV show, I'm on TV shows. I did my music career. I could wake up, my mama calling me and she tell me about how her day is. She ain't stressed no more. All the women in my family good. Like that's when I say like I did it, I made it. When I know all the women in my family straight and they ain't worried and they good, that's when I say like I did it, I made it.
That's pretty solid. it's always good to be able to take care of your family
Yeah,
and the people that were there for you when you needed them.
Man, that's what I'm hustling for now.
All right, so look, I got a question. In your song, I forget the line, but basically, what was it, man? That's kind of bugged me. Basically, it said something about taking his head off if he does something. So, and like, it wasn't bad. It was I think he was talking about someone who stabbed you in the back. At least that's what I got from it. So, like, what was that line about? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, you talking about or you a big dog, you taking heads off. One call be the least, I'm taking all y'all. That was like best, like I said, like wow, like it's like when you in the hood, it's like you ever saw The Wire? You ever watched The Wire?
The what?
The Wire, the TV show The Wire.
I don't think I have, man. I don't be watching.
I don't think I have
This
either.
generation grew up with Netflix, man. This generation grew up with Netflix.
Well, it's like on the TV show, it's basically like okay, like it's like on the TV show, you had the drug dealer that was on top. It's his hood, but you got these newcomers who coming in. They trying to, you know what I'm saying? They trying to get it. They trying to get in your castle. They trying to get to your kingdom. But you're like, oh, you a big dog. You saying, oh yeah, I'm gonna take your head off. You know what I'm saying? Most kings get their head cut off at a young age. So that was like what I was trying to get at with that. Like, yeah, you a big dog, but that's man. I'm gonna take everybody's head off with one call.
Dude, I honestly I like that. I like how, because even though you said you freestyled it, like the whole time you was thinking, you know what I'm saying? Like, dang, this line means that. And like, honestly, if I didn't have this interview with you or this podcast or whatever, I would have never understood that, you know? And so it's just crazy to like talk about your music. What was the deepest line in that song that you dropped so far though? Like what was the one line that stood up to you the most?
That's easy. I say, I sit back and think about the time that G Curly lost. I was young as fuck, no clue about what he really lost. Like as a youngin', my big brother, like my big homie, went to jail. He went to, when he just got out, he did, I believe he did 7 calendars. I was young. I just thought like he going to jail. Oh man, that's the big bro. He gonna be all right. But I'm not thinking like he went to jail, but he losing time. He losing his mind. So I sat there. I'm like, I'm not no clue. I was young as fuck, but now I know. Like, damn, I know now. This time was really that's most important. He lost time. He lost his mind, and you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, man. All right. So, last and final question. And Bradley, do you have any more before I ask you?
I don't think I do.
I've
been kind of quiet tonight. I'm super tired. It was a long day today.
I had one too, man.
Working me like a dog.
All right, so basically my last question. What is the one piece of advice you would give out to absolutely anyone, anywhere in life?
Anywhere in life. Never look back to yesterday.
Why is that? Go into deeper detail. Let me hear about it.
I say never look back to yesterday because you're so busy looking back at yesterday and tomorrow coming. Not tomorrow, hell, you're too busy looking back at yesterday. You'd have missed the whole 24 hours of getting rich, getting, you know what I'm saying, get what you need to be done. Like you got, like you say, you got the one girl you think about, but now you won't, you know what I'm saying, you got your podcast and stuff. Like if you, like say for example, like you kept thinking about it every day, you wouldn't think about your podcast as much. That's why I say yesterday is yesterday, tomorrow is tomorrow. Don't never look back.
Absolutely. I'm gonna ask Bradley this, even though he's not who we're interviewing. I just don't think I've ever heard it from him. Bradley, what's your best piece of advice, anyone, anywhere in life?
My biggest piece of advice?
Yeah.
It's like, don't let your fears control you. My older brother told me this a long time ago. He said, if you're not living a life on the edge, you're taking up too much space. So, I mean, take that risk. Like, go there, talk to that person. You know what I mean? Like, don't let your fear hold you back from doing something that could potentially be the best thing you've ever done.
Absolutely. What you think about that?
I love that because I love that quote. I love it because I was nervous about getting on here with you, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of nervous. I'm like,
did your phone die or were you just ignoring me, man?
No, at first I was nervous. I'm like, hold on, man. I'm rapping. I just started rapping. Like, man, he like my music, so I'm kind of nervous. Like, damn, I might say the wrong thing on this motherfucker, but you know what I'm saying? But it's like now that I got over the fear and I'm talking to you, I'm like, cool, all right.
Hey, man, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to prepare you from when the big dogs hit you up and say, hey, come on the show. You know what I'm saying?
Or when you have your own show like you want, you know?
Exactly. You got to deal with media. You got to deal with a whole bunch of people. Unfortunately for you, I love your music, man. So like, you ain't gonna hear no hate from my side. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hey, man.
Yeah, that's. But what?
I
Like,
know
I got one question for y'all though.
Okay.
Okay. Bet.
What's y'all like? What would be y'all? What was a piece of advice y'all would give me about going forward?
About your music or just in general?
In general, like going forward, it could be about the music or like just in general.
All right. Bradley, you want to go first? You want me to?
You got it.
All right. So look, I'm gonna be honest, man. All these rappers, when they start out from the bottom, and like even Polo G, like don't get me wrong, he still be making deep music, but if you go back to like some of his first songs, man, like even though it wasn't like industry or whatever, it was some of the deepest stuff I've ever heard. You know, it was real, it was passionate. Don't ever sell your soul, man. Because if I'm being honest, when you get to the top one day, I don't listen to like no industry artists. I really don't. If you get to the top one day and you just trying to make a catchy song or whatever, I understand you gotta have a few of them. You know, like that's a hit. But don't ever forget where you came from and what got you there. You know?
Yeah, I want to say so, but I want to speak that through artists, but like I don't even really I don't like catchy music. Yeah, it's cool for a little minute, but after a while, like you say, like I'm listening to like Jay-Z, or I'm listening to J. Cole, or I'm listening to Tribe Called Quest or something like that. I'm not really too far to new artists.
Yeah,
but
like J. Cole, they always kept it real, like their whole career. And like Mac Miller dealt with a whole bunch of like mental illnesses, and so like that's one of the reasons I listen to him too. And like I grew up in North Carolina.
I love Mac Miller.
I grew up in North Carolina, which is a big reason I listen to J. Cole. Like you said, call me biased about you and Lil Durk, man. You know, you can call me biased about J. Cole all you want, but he just be spitting heat consistently. That man don't miss.
That's what I say. That's why I say Durk. He does the voice, man. He don't miss. So it's like, yeah, I have to give it up to Durk on that one.
He the voice of the streets, bro, for sure, 100%. It's a lot different when you grew up in them same streets.
Well, it's the streets he talk about. I'm right there from. So it's like, yeah, everything he's saying, I'm right here learning. I'm right here seeing. So like, yeah, when he said he ain't lying. Like I'm right here every day looking at this. He ain't lying. Everything he raps.
You go, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off.
You know what I'm saying? Like everything he talk about in his music, trust me, he ain't lying about none of it. All the backdooring, all the snaking, all the crabs in the barrel. Yeah, it's like that in Chicago, man. That's why I'm trying to get out.
I understand. Bradley, you got any advice for me you wanted to share?
Yeah, I'm gonna say just stay consistent. Like at the end of the day, every like step you take forward is progress, no matter how big or small. So just like
100%.
stay consistent, stay on the hustle, and just don't give up.
Love, man, love.
All right. I think we're going to end it here. It was a pleasure having you, Ducati, man. You did great.
It was good
fun
meeting
doing this, man. Because I just left some YouTube. I just left some from YouTube earlier, man. It was fun doing this, man. I'm glad I actually made it in.
What was that? What was that basketball? You said you were at a YouTube game?
Yeah, it was like a YouTube game night. My brother from where my father said he did a game night. And he doing like a YouTube
game for what? What's happening here? What's
like
happening?
it's like every other weekend. It's like you know what I'm saying? Like game night. We do beer pong sometimes. We did Family Feud today. Like that shit was fun.
Oh, okay.
Like
I thought you were like a YouTube basketball game or something. Like, bro, how you get tickets to that? You gotta let me in on them secrets.
Oh yeah, we about to start doing that too. It's crazy you said that we about to start doing that too.
That's great,
like
man.
Big event games. Yeah, we about to start doing that too.
Hey, we're gonna keep in touch. I'm gonna send you Bradley's Instagram or you his, so y'all can keep in touch too. It was a pleasure having you, man.
For sure.
It's for sure, man.
I'm gonna fucks with you to the end, big dog.
Thanks, bro. Love, man. I really appreciate it, man. Like real, man.
All right, this was Change the Narrative.
Stay frosty, y'all. Stay frosty.
We signing off.
All right.